mulata.
Camina así,
Ay, mamita, caminando.
camina así,
Dale un poquito para acá.
camina así.
Camínala. La vecinita del frente buenamente se ha fijado.
Hey, hello, and welcome to the Dave Perez Show. Tonight I'm honored to have someone that I've been trying to get on this show for about the last year almost. I've seen him perform at different couple places. He's sang nationally, worldwide. He's been I'm not going to tell you what this gentleman's done because he's going to be on the show in a second. But I'm honored to have him here tonight. His name is Mr. John Anthony. John, man, welcome to the show, buddy.
Pleased to meet you. Good to see you again.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in God for ages.
It's been well, at least a year, hasn't it?
Close to, you know, every time when I seen you, I was just amazed because you sound like Tony Bennett, and but you're not. You're John Anthony.
Right.
But you've been everywhere. You've been performing. I've been filming, so we just never really connected.
Right. I've been traveling across the United States locally now, but the past 56 years I've been traveling across the world.
And that's, it's amazing to me because I know when we spoke, I got a little tidbits of what you've done with your career and such, and I was just amazed by that. But to you, name a few of the artists that you've performed with or in the presence of.
Well, I first was with a group called the New Christian Minstrels,
Okay.
which had 9 gold albums,
Wow.
Academy Award.
No kidding.
Today was the name of the song,
Okay.
and it was a fantastic group. I loved them. I loved everybody that was in the group. We're still friends to this day, and we're talking almost 50 years.
Wow.
It was fantastic. From there, I went on my own for a while.
Okay.
Had a few shows on my own. Worked in a recording studio, and then I got a call to go with Guy Lombardo Orchestra, believe it or not.
Wow. I mean, they're
And
good too.
yeah, it was another different segment of my life, but
Gotcha.
I loved it, and it was a great experience. And to this day, Bill Lombardo's a very dear friend of mine.
Okay. Sweet. So, what is like the most memorable moment of your career that you've performed at or been with?
I sang the theme of Jesus Christ Superstar with the Edmonton Symphony in Edmonton, Canada. That was like the best feeling. It's like dying and going to heaven.
I mean, I've done
the praise
karaoke in
is-
Villa Park, and this guy's singing with an orchestra and symphony. That's really cool. I couldn't even, I couldn't imagine it. When did you start knowing, or when did you start singing and realize that's what you wanted to do?
Well, the story goes that it's a true story, and I've got pictures to prove it.
Okay.
I was 11 years old, and I saw a guitar in a shop window, a pawn shop. It was about $100, $120, something like that. And I said to my mom, I said, "Mom, for Christmas, you think Dad could get me that guitar?"
Oh.
And I said, "Well, we'll see." We weren't,
Financial-wise.
we were pretty low on the totem pole then days. But I waited. There's a place called Fordham Road where I come from. I come from the Bronx, New York.
Oh, okay.
And the store was on Fordham Road. It was on a hill, and it was snowing that night. I'm sitting waiting for my dad to come because I know he was going to go stop in there and pick up that guitar.
Uh-oh.
And I waited and waited and waited, and the store closed. Of course, it never came. Came home, went to sleep, and cried myself to sleep. Actually, as a young boy, just wanting something I knew I was going to get.
Yeah.
Next morning, everybody was up by the tree. Everybody got their presents, and I got up. And my dad said, "Joe, I'm sorry that I didn't get the guitar that you wanted, but I hope you accept what I got you." And with that, my uncle walks in with a brand new Gibson electric guitar,
Wow.
and it was unbelievable.
Huh.
I just can't tell you how I felt.
Yeah.
So I loved that guitar, and I played that guitar for many, many years.
Okay.
Then I switched over to acoustic when I joined the Christy Minstrels.
Gotcha.
And to this day, I still play that same guitar.
Oh wow. You had it all those years.
Yeah. So that is a story that I always tell people that my dad made $60 a week.
Huh.
That guitar cost him $350.
Holy
Could you imagine how
smokes.
long it took him to pay off that guitar?
Yeah.
So the love that my family had for me was
Well, maybe they saw that in you at that age too. You know.
yeah, my dad did, and he had a dream for me. And,
Okay. And when you started singing? At what age?
I started singing at 12.
Have a good night. Thank
Professionally, I started singing at 16, and
Gotta love them all, folks.
I worked many of the local bars in New York.
Okay.
In fact, I kind of cheated a little bit, and I got my cabaret license at 16.
Uh-oh.
Real good teague and
Yeah,
colored
yeah.
in real good.
Looking all good.
Yeah. So I was able to work in the club. You weren't allowed to work until you were 18.
Ah, okay.
So we did that for a few years, and then I went to with a group called the Charades. We worked the Canadian Go-Go at the World's Fair in New York.
Wow.
And a little tidbit with that, one of the dancers in the show, okay, was Goldie Hawn.
No kidding.
Yeah. And she came up to me and said, you know, you sound just like Tom Jones.
You should have said no. Tom Jones sounds like me.
Well, that's one of my expertise is impressions, song impressions. I
Yeah.
sing like a lot of different personalities.
You're doing sound check, and I'm like, man, Tony Bennett's here tonight. You know, I turn around and you're just doing sound. I'm like, holy smokes, wow. So, but I've seen you perform too at a charity event, and you know, I had to leave unfortunately early, but I stuck around long enough to hear a few songs. It was unreal. So, other than playing here, I mean, you travel as well.
Yes, in fact, to talk about Tony Bennett, I worked in Australia, Sydney, Australia, at the Opera House.
Okay.
Sydney Opera House. We opened up for the man himself, Tony Bennett.
Wow,
And that was an experience.
that is,
I'll
yeah.
never forget that. You know, my dreams have come true 1,000-fold when it comes to working with the people I wanted to work with and doing the things I wanted to do. It's been fantastic.
You know what? I've said it from day one that people are blessed, you know, with a specific skill, and you know, for when you sing. I mean, you know, you sing in front of hundreds and hundreds of people, and you can, when you sing and you broad the audience out, you see people that are just amazed. You know, they're eye-struck, and they're focused, and you know, you can make a sad person happy. I'm sure you have.
Well, I try my best. That's what it's all about. My philosophy is get the words to a song.
Yeah.
You do not sing that song until you speak the words
Yeah.
like they came from your heart,
Yeah.
or like they came from the heart of the person who's wrote it.
And that's why I love acting, is because when I do a comedic scene, I can make a person from sad to happy. And I was watching one of my films with other people, and two people started crying, so I know I have an effect. And God's blessed you, because I know, man, I've heard you sing, you know? He's blessed you with that talent to make someone happy, man. That's, you can't pay someone enough money for that. And that's like an inner thing
Well,
you wish everyone could feel, sort of, you know?
The feeling for me is if someone is moved by what I do,
Yeah.
to me, I've done my job.
Just listening to your sound check did, because I remember Tony singing that song when I was a kid. So that flashes me back to when I was in the city. You know, my dad would listen to it, you know, on the Ed Sullivan Show and stuff. So that's like, oh wow, man, I remember Ed coming out and introducing him. It brings me back to that. So I know you can do it. You've done it, to me at least. So.
In fact, a friend, when I first got here, I'd worked at a place called the Sabre Room.
Oh, yeah.
There was a Sabre Room.
Yeah.
And the dancers in the Sabre Room were fantastic. And I finally got hold of 3 of the girls, and we put a little show together. And we called it John Anthony and Touch of Class.
Okay.
I ended up marrying one of those girls.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
She was the love of my life, and we've been together for 40 years.
Wow.
So it's been quite an experience. You know, another tidbit, the first job I worked with the Christy Minstrels was the Mike Douglas show.
Mike Douglas.
Because we were doing a job at the Penny Packer Park. There was about 25,000 people there at the time.
Okay.
And we had to do some promo work, so they put us on the Mike Douglas show.
Okay.
And I did a song with the group. I was the lead singer at the time. I did a song with the group. And one of the remarks that he made that hit me right here, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Anthony is the Tom Jones of New York."
Wow.
And to me, that was like,
Yeah. Well, you're the Tony Bennett of Melrose Park.
he was my
one of your idols
Oh,
at
one
that
of my
time.
idols.
So, speaking of that, what was your inspirations, like artist-wise, that inspired you to say, "Hey, I want to be like that"?
Crazy. The first one,
Yeah.
believe it or not, was Johnny Mathis.
Oh.
I could do Johnny Mathis. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then was Tony Bennett.
Okay.
Frank Sinatra came last.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just that it's the same like Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
There's some artists I didn't want to touch
Yeah.
because I thought they were too perfect and no one should touch.
Yeah.
It's too perfect, you know.
Gotcha.
So look, you can't mess with perfection.
You're here to see Mr. Anthony tonight, aren't you? So what are some of your favorite songs that you like in Mr. Championship?
Well, we love, of course.
Tom Jones. Yes.
You're gonna go Diamond. Dean Martin.
Dean Martin. I was going to say Donny Osmond or something.
Oh yeah, sure, Donnie.
We're older than you.
We love Elvis.
We are.
Oh, you're youngsters. I don't know. I remember all those too. I'm old. I'm up there. But anyway, you got your food. We don't want to disturb you. I mean, we're disturbed as it is, but we don't want to disturb you. So thank you for coming here. Say goodbye to the Dave Perez show.
Goodbye. Bye, Dave. Bye. Bye, Dave. Nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you. Dave, you're a top.
So are you. Wow.
So it took me a while to get to do like Sinatra,
Okay.
Andy Williams, and the list goes on.
Bobby Guerin,
Bob Dylan, Dean Martin,
Dean Martin,
and
all the Rat
Yeah.
Pack group there,
exactly.
except for the two.
And I'll tell you the truth, I started singing in front of a microphone with a record. That's when I started.
Okay. About what
And
age?
just 12 years old. 12 years old.
Wow.
And I'd listen and sing and listen and sing.
Self-taught? I mean, vocal lessons?
Well, at first I was self-taught, but it took 3 years in New York. So the best people.
And you're from the Bronx, correct?
Bronx, Fordham Road, Arthur Avenue, actually.
See, I'm going to be visiting New York in about 3 weeks. So it might be for work and otherwise, but I want to go to the Bronx. I want to...
You have to go to Arthur Avenue, have the pizza at Full Moon Restaurant.
What's the name of it?
Full Moon.
Full Moon Restaurant.
Full Moon Restaurant, the pizza is fantastic. I grew up, it was a little different back then. There was a place called Full Moon. And in fact, they used to sell the pizza outside on a Sunday. They put it in a smoker, a steamer. And my uncle's job, and he had, went on to something else, and I took over his place. And we used to sell the pizza outside on Sunday morning.
Oh, wow.
For 15 cents a slice. But it was the best pizza if you wanted to have. It was fantastic.
I'm going to ask you a question. I hope you can answer it. The movie The Bronx Tale, what street was that on? They filmed it in the Bronx? The Bronx Tale.
Oh yeah. In fact, my apartment was right above the club that Sonny owned.
No kidding.
That was the club right downstairs. I used to complain to them all the time, making too much noise.
Look at this. See? Look at this. He was in the movie. We didn't even know it. What's the corners over there? So, because when I'm in there, I want to visit.
188th Street, Belmont Avenue, Patton Avenue. Let me see.
And the pizza joint.
Yeah, it's on Arthur Avenue on 187th Street. And there's Mount Carmel Church right around the corner.
Wow, wow.
It's
Enough
fabulous.
about the Bronx Tale. A little bit more about you, because I think we got about another 5 minutes or so. The man behind the camera is saying, "Hey, Dave, you got to cut it out soon."
You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye, little mood you take. You can smile every smile at the man who held your hand beneath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home, or in whose arms you're gonna be. Oh, darling, save the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's fine like a sparkling wine. Go ahead and have your fun. Laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't you give your heart to anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home, or in whose arms you're gonna be. Oh, darling, you save the last dance for me. Don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never ever let you go, 'cause I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. And don't forget who's taking you home, or in his arms you're gonna be. Oh, darling, save the last dance for me. Yes, I know that the music's fine like a sparkling wine. Go ahead and have your fun. Dance and sing, but while we're apart, don't you give that heart to anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home, or in his arms you're gonna be. Oh, darling, save the last dance for me. And don't forget who's taking you home, or in his arms you're gonna be. Oh, darling, save the last dance for me. I said, save the last dance for me. Made a promise that you sing the last dance for me. Sing the last dance, the very last dance for me. Thank you, folks. Thank you.
This person I just met at a flat tire, she helped me out one day. No, I'm kidding. Susan, say hi.
Hi.
She's here to see Mr. Anthony, who's going to be on my show. John Anthony.
Can't wait.
Yep. He's going to be on in about another 5 minutes. You'll see the interview. Then I'm going to have him sing a song. What song would you like Mr. Anthony to sing?
Summer Wind.
Summer Wind. Okay, well, it's better than Passing Wind. I don't know. You've seen him perform before?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
I'm excited.
So am I.
And I'm excited to be here at Taverna. I come al fresco dining often.
Yes, I told you in an opening interview or opening statement. I thank them very much for allowing us here, and it's totally cool. The owners they know you by your first name.
Yeah, Greg is awesome.
It's family atmosphere.
Very welcoming, and the weather is beautiful tonight.
Oh my God, yeah. So, all right. So, out of all the songs he sings, what one song do you like the most? Is it Summer Wind?
I think that's it. I'm a disco queen normally, but I go back.
Not far, but she goes back. Okay. Well, we got to get going, so I know that we're all in the
Well,
class.
God bless everybody. Have fun tonight. It's a beautiful night.
And come on out. Come on out. Not tonight because of the later next week, but come on out. When you see her, buy her a cocktail. Just don't let her sit alone and not have a drink.
Amen.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you. Bye, David. Good luck.
Thank you. So, the man behind the camera is saying, "Hey, Dave, you got to cut it out soon." He'll let me know in about 2 minutes how much time I got left. So you started in the Bronx. At what point did you start traveling, doing this professionally? You said 16. You started getting into places.
Right. I was working. I went to. We worked in Canada, Greenland, Newfoundland.
Oh God! So you traveled at the young age.
Yeah. In fact, I went home and, hey, Dad, I'm going to Greenland. He said, you doing what? I said, I'm going to Greenland. For what? I said, I'm going to perform with the group. It's an air base.
Oh,
For USO tour.
gotcha.
He said, you mean you're not asking me? You're just doing it? I said, well, Dad, I knew you were going to let me.
Yeah.
He said, fine, go ahead, live your dream. So I think I started really traveling at 18. Yeah, when I was at the Charades.
Yeah.
And then when I joined the Christian Minstrels was in late 1969.
Okay.
And from there we traveled all around the world.
There's just, like I said, when you know what you want to do in life, and you just grab a part of coattails, but you got to be focused and dedicated. I mean,
Exactly right.
Are there any regrets as far as what you've done? You wish you would have played baseball, or could have been a football player, something like that type of stuff.
Well, I was an artist. Growing up, I was an artist. I went to school for art.
Which I heard a story about that. I heard that you're an accomplished artist at a young age as well.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
During 1965, actually 64, New York, Macy's of New York wanted the best artists from each high school.
Okay.
And they wanted to put it together and have a class, summer class, that me with
All right.
And at the end of the year, they chose to find the best artist. And I was not blowing my own horn, but I was chosen the best artist that year in New York City.
Yeah, that's unreal.
I was able to see things and copy things. At a young age, I used to copy masters and sell them. That's how I made money on the side. Somebody wanted the Blue Boy, somebody wanted the Mona Lisa. I paint it and sell it and make money on the side. That's what I did.
That is cool. And you
But
also
music.
You also did the artwork, right?
Yeah.
On that. This is your newest CD, or one of your CDs.
Yes.
Newest.
A dear friend of mine, Joe Crispino, was the producer of that album. And together we put this together.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna listen to Tony Bennett again tonight. But yeah, we're running short on time. God, I could sit here for another half hour. The time flies.
Stick around and take a couple of shots.
You know what? We're gonna stick around. I'm gonna take a consensus of what song that we're gonna get on you. I'm gonna ask some people, and they're gonna say this. Otherwise, I'll just choose. So
you got it.
But I want to so thank you for being here. We're gonna get together again. We got to, because I want to do another half hour interview and stuff. But until then, thank you for being here again, guys. Once again to the Dave Perez Show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, it's my pleasure, Mr. John Anthony. You will be able to see this show within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to push it to be aired. And I want to thank you for being here. Until next time, God bless, and everyone be in peace. Thank you.
Jealous. I love me, but I'm not take all of me. Yeah. Can't you see? I'm just a mess without you. Take my lips, I wanna use them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that dry. How can I go on, dear, without you? 'Cause you took the part that used to be my heart. So why not take all of me? Come on, folks. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, my friends are calling me, girl. Oh, can't you see? Mama Louis is wrong without you. 'Cause you took that part that used to be my heart, so why not take all of me? Take the whole damn thing with you. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. I find what I'm after. I'll throw off my sorrow, just beg, steal or borrow my share of laughter. With you I can learn to. With you on a new day. But who can I turn to? Sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong. Sing of good things, not bad. Sing of happy, not sad. Sing a song, and make it simple. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Yes, I said, baby, go, go, go. Or as we natives say, ow, Pasquito. Like this poor Americano who knows little of your speech, be a nice Italiana and start to teach. Lovers hold each other oh so tight. But I promised sweet paisana that it had better be tonight. Diglio stasera, baby, go, go, go. Or as we natives say, bye.